And now to Lansing, where Governor Rick Snyder held his State of the State address. We have team coverage. Evan Dean is getting reaction from your lawmakers, but we want to start with Heather Walker to break down what the governor said tonight. Heather?
Molly, this speech was much different than the State of the State address last year. In 2016, the focus was on the Flint water crisis, and the tone was serious and somber. Tonight, the tone was upbeat. The governor was making jokes and giving casual shout-outs while focusing on jobs. Bringing jobs to Michigan, keeping them, and creating a workforce to fill the positions. That was the focus of Governor Snyder's address tonight.
To really increase the flow and the pace of young people staying in Michigan, coming to Michigan, and those employers flocking to Michigan. Let's work together on that.
He shouted out local companies like Fairlife Dairy Company in Coopersville, Arconic, an aerospace business in Whitehall, and Rubbermaid in Kalamazoo.
They're not coming here to be nice to us. They're coming because they see talent here. They see opportunity in Michigan.
The governor touted the economic growth in our state.
Per capita personal income has been growing faster than the national average.
He talked about future creation of jobs thanks to autonomous vehicle legislation that was passed last year at MI City. Snyder praised Vocational Village in Ionia, a program helping prisoners get jobs when they're released. Then 30 minutes in, only 4 minutes were spent on the Flint water crisis.
We've worked tirelessly to make Flint's water safe to drink again and improve the entire city of Flint. We're making progress, but our work is not done yet.
The governor says he wants stricter standards for acceptable lead and copper levels. He also addressed problems with the Grand Rapids Vets Home and the growing heroin problem in our state.
We still face serious challenges in our state. Challenges we didn't plan on, but we will overcome those too.
Of course, tonight, local lawmakers are reacting to the address. 24-hour News 8's Evan Dean joins us now with what they had to say.
Well, Heather, as is typical with the State of the State, the takeaways, they all depend on who you ask. For the Republicans in the GOP-led House and Senate, well, they were more than happy to face the cameras and talk about the achievements that Snyder outlined in his speech. But the Democrats, they say they were left wanting more. After a year in which the governor spent most of his address apologizing over and promising a fix to the Flint water crisis.
Please take your seats.
This year, a return to what we've seen in his past speeches.
A total different tone. We're very excited about where we've come from and where we're going.
The first part of the governor's address highlighted job growth, including the falling unemployment rate and the addition of 500,000 private sector jobs since 2010.
It strengthens our communities, it strengthens our schools, and of course, in my mind, job growth means you've got to have a great environment, great cities, great schools to get that. So I think it's a great focal point.
But Democrats say even a year later, they wish Snyder would have spent more time returning to the crisis in Flint.
You know, he talked about the things that we have done there, yet people are still unable to drink water out of their tap without a filter. So there's clearly a lot of work that needs to be done. So we can't really count that a victory yet. And as a state, we have a duty to do better there.
Snyder used the water crisis and the Fraser sinkhole to transition to the state's aging infrastructure, acknowledging it as one of Michigan's biggest problems. But Dems say our governor failed to deliver the details and how to get things done.
When the governor was talking about infrastructure, he was soft on specifics, and I think that was sort of the theme for the speech. You know, there's a lot of good things that we can be working on, but the speech lacks specifics or plans to get there.
So the quick recap here, tonight's speech much different than last year, but more of a return to years past. The governor outlining the state's achievements for the year, and Democrats on the other side questioning just how much was really achieved. We're live in Lansing tonight. Evan Dean, 24-hour News 8.